Right now, the real estate market is hard. I was recently on a call with the CEO of my company, Realtor, an industry leader who oversees multiple brands, and he said something that perfectly captures exactly what we are feeling right now. He said, winter is here. And what I take from that is if you are a producing real estate agent and fighting through this, you are bundled up and ready to go. It's getting the right layering that will pull us through this all together. I love that analogy because it validates the reality of the market without giving us an excuse to quit. It is not that deals aren't happening. Many of you are still closing deals right now, but the sheer exhausting effort required to get a transaction to the closing table is leaving agents completely burned out. You are speaking out about the struggle, and you have every right to feel it. Before I get into the real estate, I was a psychology major, and I can tell you that a massive part of this mental block we are facing is internal. Our market changed, our creativity stalled, and our mindset took a massive hit. If you are sitting there feeling like you are grinding harder than ever for half the return, I want you to know you aren't crazy, but you also don't have to carry that weight alone. If you want to connect with someone right where you are at, someone who understands the friction and might just be a step or two ahead of you, or even just chat with me directly, don't hesitate. Drop a comment, send me a DM, and let's talk. With over 300 agents in my organization that I talk to almost on the daily, I have someone that is just like you and can help you. And the beauty of that is, there's three of us. You got me, you got them, you got you, and we can get through this together. Let's talk. Today, we're going deep. I'm going to break down the psychology of surviving this shift, what that layering actually looks like for you and your daily habits, how to manage the intense panic of your clients, and why building a micro community is the absolute only way to survive this winter. Let's start with the reality of the numbers, because good business strategy has to be built on facts, not feelings. In July of 2026, the national existing home sales hovered around an annual rate of 4.05 million units, and depending on your local market, median days on market have climbed well into the 50s. It is a slower, harder, more expensive environment to operate in. But here is a fascinating trend I am seeing inside my own organization. Some of our brand new agents are having a ton of success, while seasoned veterans are the ones who are struggling the most mentally. Why is that? Because the veterans are stuck mourning a market that no longer exists. They're operating on habits that we were built when homes sold in 3 hours, with waived inspections, appraisal gaps, and 20 offers. The rookies are winning because they don't have to unlearn those habits. They don't know what 2021 felt like. They're just doing the work required for the market sitting right in front of them today. To survive this, we have to restructure our daily routines. We have to stop expecting the easy laydown deals to come back, and we have to lean into the friction. If winter is here, you cannot walk outside in a t-shirt, stand in the snow, and complain that you are cold. You have to put on the layers and adapt to this environment. My kids are almost teenagers, but I can remember having this same argument with my mom about wearing shorts to school when it was 23 degrees outside. So what does layering up actually mean for the real estate agent right now? It comes down to 3 specific layers: your communication, your systems, and your environment. The first layer is communication. In a boom market, you could get away with being a tour guide who just opens doors and writes contracts. Today, you have to be a strategic advisor. This psychology shift doesn't just apply to us, it applies heavily to our clients. You cannot lead a client through a complex transaction if your own mindset is defeated. Think about what your clients are dealing with. You have buyers whose social media feeds are bombarding them with terrifying headlines that the market is going to crash. They're paralyzed by fear. On the other side, you have sellers who are deeply frustrated and anxious because their home has been sitting active for 45 days, and human nature means they're starting to blame you. Your job is to bring clear thinking to the table. You have to separate the media's national drama from your local, hyper-specific data. You need to sit down with your sellers and show them exactly the absorption rates in their specific neighborhoods so they understand why the strategy needs to shift, why the price might need to adjust, and why you need to offer a concession if it's asked for. For your buyers, you have to show them historical data that proves timing the market is a fool's game. You have to remind them that they're buying a monthly payment and a lifestyle, not a short-term stock. When you bring clear, level-headed perspective to the table, the panic dissipates. The second layer is your systems. When deals are hard to come by, you absolutely cannot afford to drop a single lead. If you are still running your business out of a spiral notebook, or if you are treating your CRM like a glorified address book that you only log into when you feel like it, you're leaving massive amounts of money on the table. In a winter market, follow-up is everything. Your systems have to be airtight so that your follow-up is automated. You need to leverage technology so that your database is being nurtured in the background. Why? Because you need to leave your mental energy and your psychology free to handle the complex human problems that actually get deals closed. You cannot be a brilliant negotiator and calm advisor if you're stressed about who you forgot to call back yesterday. Systems buy back your mental bandwidth. If you're interested in learning more, you can comment lofty below, and I have gone complete CRM automation, and I'd be happy to show you my system. You can also check out some previous videos on my channel. This brings me up to the third and most important layer, your environment. The biggest psychological threat to a real estate agent right now is isolation. As solo agents, when the market gets tough, our natural human instinct is to retreat. We put our heads down, we isolate ourselves, we grind harder, and we try to shoulder the entire burden of this difficult market by ourselves. But you cannot survive a winter on an island. There's an old, proven psychological principle that we are the average of the 5 people we surround ourselves with. I want you to take a real hard, honest look at your circle right now. If you're surrounding yourself with agents who do nothing but complain about interest rates, sit around the office talking about how terrible the market is, and obsess over sitting listings, that is exactly what your mindset will reflect. Negativity is incredibly contagious, but so is strategy. We have to start building micro communities. You need to be in rooms with people who are actively figuring it out. You need peer support from agents who are bundled up, layered correctly, and walking out into the cold every single day to do the work that you are in currently. When you share your struggles with someone who is fighting the exact same battle, it normalizes the difficulty. It removes the shame of a deal falling through. A micro community allows you to brainstorm, share what is actually working with sellers right now, and push each other forward when the weight of the market gets incredibly heavy. And the honest truth is, when we're sitting in the office with the other people that are geographically restricted to a certain zip code or certain area, then competition starts to creep in over collaboration, and it just doesn't make sense. If you are in an environment that you feel like there's more competition than collaboration, we need to talk. Inside Carbon Collective, this is exactly what we are focusing on. It is not just about high-level coaching, it is about creating a network of producers who refuse to let each other fail. It is about sharing CRM architectures, Spanish language training, and real-time market strategies just because it might work. So that is no one operating in a solo silo. If you are feeling the weight of this market right now, remember that you don't have to navigate it alone. If you want to connect with someone right here, right where you're at, whether that's an agent in our network who is a step ahead of you, or you want to connect with me directly, reach out, send me a DM, and let's chat and let's do the work. Let's make a plan. Not because I have some magic secret script that will instantly fix the market. I certainly don't. But I can put you in contact with some of the incredible agents in our network who are going through exactly what you are going through right here, right now. Let's build a micro community around you, raise your average, and get you the support you deserve. Send me a DM or click the link in the description to book a call. And if you want to make sure you aren't making the foundational errors that make a slow market even worse, click the video right here to see the 3 strategic mistakes that cost me years in my career. Keep layering up, keep communicating with your clients, and I will see you on the next one.